What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell is Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Go with the deuces. There you go, baby.
Hey, what's going on, boys and girls? Good evening and welcome to Cage. I'm Christopher James, brought to you as always by Just Heart Apparel and Just Heart Apparel East Coast. My dude, Andrew Sams. He's the man. Takes good care of me, man. I appreciate him so much. Excuse me. So, once again, welcome to Cage. I'm Christopher James. It is Thursday night, and tonight we are all in on Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. We're going to have a bunch of conversations. We were supposed to have UFC light heavyweight William Knight, the Nightmare, on the show tonight. However, he is fighting Saturday on UFC on ABC2, and he is cutting weight. He just messaged me literally 10 minutes before we went live to let me know he's still cutting weight and not going to be able to make it. So we're just going to set up a winner's interview. So when he wins his fight, he'll come on the show and we'll have a good time. Bummed that he can't be here tonight, but, you know, that's the way it goes. So let me see. 1, 2, 3. I know I'm missing some people here. I just posted something a few minutes ago. I got my first guest standing by the way. But I just posted something a few minutes ago that I thought was really, really cool. Nina Ansaroff, a.k.a. Mrs. Amanda Nunes, has officially updated her name on her UFC profile to Nunes. Now, married people share a last name. Normally, it's a husband and wife, and the wife takes the husband's last name. Not a right or wrong thing. It's just the way it's always been. That's what we're used to as a society. So, hearing Ansaroff take the Nunes name and run with it publicly shouldn't be a big deal, but it is. And it's huge. And I'm so happy for the both of them. Two awesome, strong women who have no shame in who they love and their relationship. They're out there in the open and they love themselves and they love each other. And I love them both. This is a huge thing for professional sports, especially, celebrities and athletes normally don't use the last name of their spouse, especially if their spouse is also famous. So while it's cool like that, but more for the community of gays and lesbians and that whole group. So I think it's a big deal. Hopefully one day it won't be a big deal. It'll just become norm that, people can love what they want to love and nobody's going to have a problem with it. We're getting there. And this is definitely something positive to, keep that thing going. So with that being said, I just want to, shout out my love to those girls. They are absolutely awesome. And like I said, mad respect for them both. And they got that beautiful little baby too. Oh, she's so cute. So anyway, it is now time to bring in our first guest, excuse me, of the evening. And this guy is awesome. He's just a cool dude. And I met him in Plant City, Florida. At the BKFC tryouts earlier this year. This guy came in on fire. Wild, crazy. He's got the look of a lunatic. He's got the energy of a 2-year-old baby that just won't stop. He's all kinds of fun, personality for days. And he got signed by the promotion, and he'll be making his debut April 30th in Alabama, taking on Frank Tate. Big bad Frank Tate. We are going to welcome him to the show right now for the very first time. Oh, I didn't tell him what he's going to have to do later. I'll let him know in a minute. But for the first time ever on our show, BKFC fighter, Zach Calmus. Zach, what's up, brother?
Hey, how you doing? And thank you for having me on the show. I really, really appreciate the opportunity to fight Frank Tate. He's such a warrior.
Thank you for being here tonight, man. Thank you for being here tonight. Let's start there. Well, thank you for being here because you thanked me. I got to thank you. I
appreciate it.
So before we even get into Frank Tate, man, tell tell us what made you come down to the tryout and say, you know what, I want to fucking throw bare knuckles at other motherfuckers and get hit by some and hit somebody. What possessed you, brother?
Um, I've always been fighting with my bare knuckles, and I love to fight with no gloves, and I like to get into people would consider that get into shit, and I like to fight, and that's just the bottom line. So fighting with no gloves comes naturally for me. It's a natural thing to step outside and throw the ones, and I've been doing that for a long time, so it's second nature.
So
I'm always
you
fighting.
you're always fighting. You like to fight with no gloves on.
Yep,
Give
yep.
give us a little bit of your background.
Uh,
Are you when you say you like to fight? Is it professional fighting? Is it amateur fighting? Is it street fighting? Are you beating people up at your job? What's going on here?
no, I mean really, I think every fighter has a story, and a lot of things have happened over the years, both bad and good. But I think all those things make you in some type of way. They cement your who you are. And I had 23 fights as an amateur, and I went to the top levels. I fought Ramal Casablanca. I fought the best guys who are on Team USA right now. Just fought the number one in the USA. Um, as an amateur a few years ago, but that doesn't really matter. But I've been fighting my whole entire life, whether it's in the streets or in school. I think I mentioned earlier, I got kicked out of 4 high schools, so I've been scrapping since I was very young. My first time in a confrontation was way before high school. It was in preschool. We chased a kid around a corner, and I clocked him with a block, and we had to beg for me to stay there at the Lamb's Den. It was called the Lamb's Den, and now I fight for the Wolf Pack. So it's kind of funny how, what I mean, things happen. But I always knew who I was, and I always had a lot of aggression, and it was kind of never really a place for it until I found boxing, and I found success in boxing. And before that, it was really just fights all the time, getting in trouble all the time. And there was really no platform for me to let my hands go without gloves on. You know what I mean? And I really have
So
no interest of even wearing gloves.
so you said lots of fights, lots of trouble. Um, did you have any run-ins with the law? Were you ever detained? Were you ever put in jail? Spend time for
Absolutely.
fighting?
I don't want to glorify that because
I don't
I
want
have
you to glorify
respect.
it either, but
I have
it,
respect
it
for police officers and
absolutely,
anybody who has the courage and strength to wear a badge. I have nothing but the utmost full respect for anyone who does that job title, especially today, because that's one of the hardest jobs to do. If you're not a fighter, you're a fighter. And I'm saying all those police officers are fighters. You know what I mean? Those guys come in
absolutely,
my gym and they spar with me and they seek me out for work. And I have nothing but love for law enforcement and
sure.
the firefighters and the paramedic community, as one.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I'm not asking you to glorify your troubles. I'm just since this is your first time on the show, and there's a lot of people who don't know who you are, and you're getting ready to jump onto the biggest stage of bare knuckle. Um, the fans like the background. They like to get the
Yeah,
story of the
definitely,
story,
definitely.
the
And
story of who you are. So you
no,
know,
I can understand
so
that. When I
so
was young, I would just fight anyone. I would fight everybody. And by the time I was in seventh grade in middle school, my mom had to apply me to a private school, and that school was Hillside for boys because I
okay,
was so bad that the public school wouldn't have me anymore. So they paid my tuition to send me to a school for kids with behavioral issues, and it was an all boys dormitory where there was a lot of fights, and you didn't get kicked out for fighting. You would just get detention and things like that. There was no
right.
girls, so it was always kids getting knocked out. And I was always fighting everybody. I was the best fighter. And I also played hockey, football, and lacrosse. So naturally, just kind of the tough guy persona came about,
Yeah.
and fights were happening. Like I started playing goalie just to hit kids with the blocker because it was a solid object, fiberglass right under the nose. And um,
Fucking love it,
after
dude. I
Hillside,
love it.
after Hillside, where like dormitory guy, like the head guy who reprimanded the students, the dean of students, would always cut me slack because I was a decent person, and I still am. And he'd always be like, "Yo, Zach, that kid kind of deserved it, but what the hell, man? He went over the top. I got to do something." I'm like, "All right, do what you got to do." And it was always a slap on the wrist. But after that school, I went to a regular school in Rhode Island, St. Andrews, and they asked me to leave by fall because I was knocking out D1 basketball players left and right, leaving them in lockers, leaving kids knocked out all over the place. And they were like, "All right, this kid's got to leave." So I left there and I went out to Connecticut and played football. I played at Foreman in Litchfield, Connecticut, and I followed two buddies from the boys' school to go out there. And I thought that was going to work out, but that didn't work out so good as I had to leave there by fall because I knocked out my roommate, and I knocked out a bunch of kids on the football team, and I just couldn't get my act together. And there was like a 6-month layoff where I was just sitting at home every day, and I didn't know where I was going to go. So the public schools wouldn't have me because I was so bad. They paid for me to go away, and there was nowhere else for me to go. I had applied everywhere, and they wouldn't take me. So they were desperate to get me into public school, and I eventually ended up in special education. And I'm a bright guy. I'm smart. I graduated '09, and I easily could have went to college, but I was in special education because of my frustration problems. I would just
Sure.
fight anyone, anytime. I had no control on it. I was ready to go all the time. Like I said in the interview, I took a friend to prom because I got my teeth, all of them kicked to the roof of my mouth, and they had a weapon, and I just chased each one of them down. I was like, "Yo, let's fight." They're like, "What, Zach? We just fucked you up. Let's fight. Let's fight." It was like a movie, and I fought them all. And I don't really care because they all remember it to this day, and so do I. And that was just something that made me. But since then, I had 23 amateur fights. I went to since high school. I got into karting history. I moved furniture, and I've gone to Tennessee 3 times to fight to try and make the Olympic team. I got ranked 12th in the country, and I went and I tried out in New Mexico too. And New Mexico was real hard, the national qualifiers, and I ended up losing out there. But I was 12th in the country, and I fought number one. So
Yeah.
I went from the streets to the top of the ladder amateurs, and then I had my pro debut back in November. And then after that, that's when I really narrowed my decision that I don't want gloves anymore, and I think that I want to do a lot better with bare knuckle. That's kind of
So
my origin, and it's really where I want to be.
so you feel like you're a natural fit for this since that's all you've been doing your whole life, and it makes sense. I get it. You're a guy that had the frustration issues, and yeah, you found a discipline in fighting. You found boxing though, which is good because that probably kept you from going to prison.
I mean,
Because
I did go to a prison, but I beat the case. I fought like 7 police officers, and they couldn't take me down when I was like 19. And
Jesus,
they actually said, "Kid, we would rather offer you a job." But the thing is, they hit me, and I didn't do anything, and I ended up beating the
yeah,
case. And it's been a long time. I've been off probation 6 years, and I've been in the
good for
gym
you.
just chasing this dream and walking away from any type of trouble. Like I got hit outside of the bar pre-corona right in the face, and I just walked away. I laughed at the kid.
Wow.
I said, "Are you crazy?" He swung at me again. He hit me again, actually, because I was caught so off guard. And I actually helped this drunk walk home because he was my neighbor. And that's just
That's
kind of like,
nuts.
yeah, like I just can't. I have too much to lose now. After I
Yeah,
won it so much, and like kids look up to me now, and I had so much to lose. I can't go out and just get some reckless fight out
no,
in the street, but
yeah.
at least I can still do what I love to do and do it on a platform where it's acceptable.
And get paid for it, dude, instead of paying the price. It's a whole different world like that. And when I get big and famous, and people are chasing me down, I'm just gonna hire you to be my personal bodyguard because if 10, 12 people come at me, I'm gonna feel pretty fucking safe, man. So you got a
I
job
mean,
with me if I ever get big and famous.
not a lot of guys have like taken that type of damage, had their teeth kicked down their throat, and like
Yeah.
been kicked in the ribs and been jumped by 10, 15 guys multiple times in their life because they got into stuff and walked away with it and had half a brain. I mean, I can still communicate and have a sentence, but I've also inflicted a crazy amount of damage on other guys, whether it be in the ring or outside of a bar, whatever it is. Every bar north of Boston wouldn't even have me in it at one point. Like every bouncer knew I was coming. They were like, "Oh shit." And that's just something that I love doing because that's just who I am. But at the same time, I had this great boxing career going. So like, oh, Zach, you got to get this under control because you know they're gonna bury you under the jail. And I
Yeah.
stopped doing all that. So now it's just boxing, and fighting professionally.
And that's the way it should be, man. Crazy stuff, man. But I think you said at the beginning of this interview, you got to go through stuff basically to get to who you are. So you're going to go through the good and the bad, and it's all part of shaping you into the person you are today. And everybody has their ups and downs, and it's what you do when you're down that defines you. Rather than what you do when you're up, because when you're up, it's everybody's up. When you're up, it's easy. But when you're down, to drag yourself up, that defines your character as a human being. So you drug yourself up, and now look at you, dude. You're getting ready to debut for the premier bare knuckle fighting organization on the planet.
I've
Huge
lost
company.
jobs. I've lost jobs. I've lost opportunities. I got kicked out of 4 high schools. I've been kicked off varsity football teams where I was a star. I got kicked off lacrosse teams. I've been kicked out of 7 boxing gyms before I
Jesus,
found my
dude.
home, and I've been with my home for 5 years. But before I found balance, I went through a hell of a lot of trouble. So I'm
Yeah.
literally going from the streets through the amateurs through my first pro fight to now making the transition to, bare knuckle, and I'm just so blessed for this opportunity.
Yeah. So, how did that phone call go when they reached out to you and said, "Hey, we like what we saw. We're going to give you a fight, man." What was your reaction? Who called you? Was it David Feldman himself, or was it Nate Shook, our
I
matchmaker?
actually, I received a message, I think, from my coach or manager about it that it had gone through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nate Shook was communicating with me directly, so he definitely told me what they were thinking about me fighting Mr. Frank Tate, and I had accepted that offer, and it was just a matter of signing the contract and me doing that on my end and sending it back. So just the computer work, and that was just a crazy day because I was at work. I was moving a 3-bedroom house, and
Nice.
I had refrigerators, couches, and all kinds of crazy stuff going on that day. So it was like I was jumping up and down excited, but I had to stay professional because I have a full-time job. So I
Yeah.
had a crew to run and stuff to do.
That's awesome, dude. And it's this could be a life-changing moment for you at this point. I mean, you go out there and you knock out a guy like Frank Tate, who's got a good record. He's been a bare knuckle. He's been an MMA guy. He's definitely somebody that will check your chin. And if I mean, he's a
Oh,
big,
he can
powerful
fight.
man. I've known him for a
I
long
understand
time.
that.
Yeah, and
I
he
got
can
nothing.
fight.
I got nothing but
So
respect for Frank Tate, and
absolutely, no, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is,
I'm on the end of like I don't do that trash talking stuff. I think real fighters let the fist talk, and the story will tell itself. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
if you
Frank
go
don't
in
do that
that
shit
way,
talk either.
no, I don't play that. And if
No,
you go in that way, then at least at the end of the day, you can say you gave it your all and you did your
yeah,
best. And that's all I know that I'm capable of. At the end of the day, I can't control everything in life. Only thing I control is myself. And I'm hitting the gym every day and training hard and doing everything I need to do in fight prep. And I'm fully prepared for this fight. If I had to fight him tomorrow, I would show up tomorrow and fight him. Um,
sure.
and I know he's doing the same, and I'm very blessed and humbled, and I'm just so grateful for this opportunity to be in the ring with Frank. He's a beast. So
Yeah,
I'm
and you know what?
excited.
Frank is also one of the funniest fucking dudes. Let me see if I can find this thing here. Um, uh, 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 uh.
I just never
But
understood the animosity between a lot of athletes. Like, it doesn't have to be that way. You know, you can have a great fight and a crazy show and blood and sweat and determination. You can have a war, but it doesn't have to be a person. It doesn't have, you can save so much here when they don't want to do that, you know, or when you can shut it out. You know, when you have an opponent who does that and you decide not to and just focus on the training. And I think, honestly, the fans get what they pay for, and so does the promotion. Everybody gets exactly what they went there to see. People are paying to see a fight, so that's what they're going to get. They're not going to get a soap opera with me, you know.
no, the soap opera, you know, I mean, and don't get me wrong,
I might
backstory
come
and a
out and
little
be, I might come
animosity,
out, I might
it
come out and be
sells.
like, yeah, let's fucking go. Whoa! I might
Uh,
look at him tough and all that, but that's
oh, I
not
fully
hate
see
for
you doing
him.
that, bro. I fully see
Yeah,
you doing that, dude.
of course I'm gonna be fired up. It's the BKFC, but at the end of the day, it ain't nothing but a war. That's what it is. Another battle, and you know, I don't hate Frank Tate. He's just my opponent. He's just a guy I got to
No,
fight.
yeah, you shouldn't hate the guy. I mean, he didn't do anything to you.
No,
He's just another
I
professional
respect him.
athlete.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. I think a lot of guys get it misconstrued though when they get all personal. You know, I see a lot of that, and I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to come in and let the fist talk. You know, more or less give him an exciting warrior, but not do it with my mouth. Like, I ain't gonna talk shit on a guy. If they're gonna go there, I'm not going there. Fuck that shit. I know he's a beast. You know what I'm saying? You don't get in that ring, that bare knuckle fighting championship ring, and not know fully what you're doing. You don't do that. Like, nobody does that. And anybody can talk shit, but they haven't been in that ring. And it's only you in there with the other guy, and you got to throw bombs, and you got to be ready to fight and bleed and die for this shit. Like Lorenzo said down in Plant City, you got to be ready to die for this shit, and I am,
That's right.
whatever it takes, you know. So I know that my opponent's one of those type of guys. He'll die for this shit. He's a serious warrior. So I'm not gonna wake up and not train hard, because then you know, you know what's gonna happen if you don't train hard. You don't wake up and do what you have to do.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You know, and I love your attitude. You know, guys don't have to hate each other, although I do understand sometimes when they
It
do. You know,
happens.
some guys need that to get into that mode to you know, to fight, you know, to get in there and step up there with another human being and, you know, throw punches, you know, and try to, you know, beat the shit out of each other. Some guys need to feel that anger, that hatred. So, and then the other guys don't, you know, they're like you know, like, look, man, just another day for me to go to work, make some money, and have
Yeah,
a good
but like,
time, you know.
but it's random though. It's random. You get a guy who, yeah, it's another day to go to work and have a good time, that can inflict the type of damage that Frank Tate can inflict, or that I can inflict. You know, we're both savages, but at the end of the day, we got the right mindset about life, I think, you know, and that's all it is. Um, you know, boxing, bare knuckle fighting, that's one aspect of my life. You know, I got two pit bulls, I got a house, I got a beautiful car and a motorcycle. I got a good married soon. You know, I got a lot of different components to my life, but I think the balance is what makes a real fighter, is to try
All right,
and
now,
have the balance. You know.
Frank Tate, like I said, is a badass man. You're a badass man, you know, and so it's gonna be
Oh
awesome.
yeah.
But what I love about some of you guys, and like you, when I met you in Plant City, all personality, dude, you fucking were cracking me up, dude. You were so intense, but you were so funny. You were just like, I was like, look at this guy, man, he's fucking nuts. And I tell my wife, I was like, this guy's a fucking lunatic. I love him, fucking love it. I love the energy you bring. And then you get a guy like Frank. Now, Frank, um, let me see, share this. Let me do this. Chrome Tam. So, this right here is Frank doing his thing.
I got a good thing. Yeah, I was watching him do that earlier. He's a character. Frank's a good guy. Hey, end of the day, we're entertainers. Listen, we're warriors. We go to war. But if we're not entertaining, what kind of seats are we gonna fill? I know it's important. You can't tell me that me and Frank Tan are not promotional people. You know, you
No,
can't tell me me and
he's a
Frank are
trip.
not promotional people. Oh, he's wicked promotional though. That's the thing. He's got a
Dude, I love him. I love
personality.
him so much, dude. He's got that TikTok fucking singing thing down. He's got the swag on. He also
Yes,
he drives a horse and carriage. He owns a business. No, that's what he does for a living.
that's
He does a
awesome.
horse and carriage. It's fucking great, dude. Fucking, you go up there, you jump in his carriage, he takes you all over town. He tells you all about it, dude. He's such a cool human being. And you know,
Well, I'm
I know
grateful. You know,
I'm grateful. Listen to me. I'm grateful for you because this company, as it continues to grow, needs, guys that are personable, guys that have a personality, guys that people fall in love, like Bobo O'Bannon. You know, his record's, I think, 500 right now, but
yeah.
people love him. He's a big, lovable dude, and he's awesome. So, with all that being said, man, listen, I want to say thanks to you for coming out to the tryout because now we get to see you fight for real, and I can't wait.
Absolutely.
Congratulations on the contract. Congratulations on getting the matchup.
Wow.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. It's gonna be fucking awesome.
Hey
But
man, I'm so excited.
we're excited for you, man. We're excited to see you go in there and toe the line with these guys at Bare Knuckle, and best of luck to you. And if you got any sponsor you want to shout out right now before you go, feel free. And then we're gonna jump out. I got my
No,
next
uh, I
guys
just
waiting.
wanna. No, I just want to shout out the bare knuckle because I'm so excited to fight, and that's what I live for. I really wake up each day, and this is all I want to do. And bare knuckle fighting championship is my destiny. So I think we're gonna have a beautiful relationship, and I'll be here for a very long time because I'm only 29 years old. I'm a
Yeah,
kid.
you're a
So, and I have
youngster.
no injuries. I have no pain anywhere in my whole entire body. So, I think I got at least 10, 15 years left in the tank.
Well,
So we're
let's
gonna have
do
a
it,
long
bro.
journey.
Well, listen, man, you enjoy the rest of your night, man. Continue that training, man. We will see you in
Yeah, yeah.
Alabama on April 30th, making
Hey,
his
thank you so
debut with
much.
Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship. The man himself. That's right, Mr. Zach Calmus. He's going to be stepping out. Zach, we'll see you soon, man. Stay well, be well, and
Hey,
God bless, man.
thanks.
Yeah, be well, man. All right, he's jumping out, man, and what an awesome guy, man. I love the guy. What a story, man. Getting the fights, getting kicked out of hockey teams, rugby teams, football teams, all these tough guy sports, and they're kicking him out because he's getting the fights with all these crazy sons of bitches. What a guy. I love him. He's awesome. Now, we're going to let him jump on out, like I said. I put up a post the other day. I heard a rumor for the Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, 175-pound title, the inaugural title, and the rumor is Thiago Alves taking on Uli Diaz. Thiago Alves has had one fight with BKFC, a win against Julian Lane at 185. Uli hasn't fought at 185 either, but he is 2-0 as a bare knuckle fighter. When I put out the post, I said it's not confirmed, but there's been rumors floating around from other people in business, including management of Alves, which is first round management, and Malky's awesome. Malky and Abe, they're awesome guys. So, when you start seeing little things and you watch them a lot, you pick up little hints and clues. So I fully believe this fight is going to happen. I'm all for it. I love it. I think it's a good fight. I think it's super necessary, as Masvidal would say, because it's a huge name in Thiago Alves taking on the guy with the fastest knockout combat sports history in Miami. They both live in that area. They will pull a crowd. The numbers will be big on pay-per-view or just on the app itself. So when I put the post up and talked about it, explained why I think it's a good fight. Some guys, like Zion Tomlinson Sr., Cameron Evans, were vocal. They felt that they were getting slighted. A guy who wasn't vocal about it, but his teammate, Derek Minner, who fights in the UFC, said, Dakota deserves that shit. And, he's got a valid point. Marcel Stamps wants in on this 175 thing. Lorenzo Hunt is probably going to jump on the 175 thing. And I've got a couple of these guys jumping in right now. First in, we're going to get Dakota Cochran. Dakota, what's up, dude?
What's going on? How we doing?
Oh, we live in the dream, baby, living the dream. We're going to bring in another 175er, Mr. Zion Tomlinson Sr. What's up, Z?
What's up?
How's your hand, bro?
I got surgery next week.
Oh, I thought you had it already.
No, I got next week.
Ah, next week. Broken hand, right?
Yes, sir.
Dakota, have you ever had a broken hand?
Yeah.
Fractured
just never went to the doctor to have it looked at. So yeah, it'll heal. Fuck it.
Hey,
Mine broke like on like the bone on top of each other, whatever. So like I had to get it fixed. So I can make it fist.
I mean, I've got a broken rib right now. Actually, 1.5 broken ribs. My wife broke my ribs. It's a true story. We had fun doing it, but after, oh my God. So anyway, but I can't do shit for this. I just got to let it heal. So Dakota's adopting the rib theory to his hand. That's fucking awesome. So, before we go into your opinions of why you think this fight should or shouldn't happen and make your case for why, and we're going to cover all of it. I'm also waiting for Kenmon to come in. But in your opinion of that fight, if it happens, because the rumor is, and it's a strong rumor. I mean, it's not like just, if it happens, which guy wins the fight in your opinion, Dakota? Who wins that fight?
I'm gonna say Yuli.
Yuli.
Yeah.
All right. I know Zion's going to pick Alvin because, as you can see on the screen, he thinks Yuli's a bum. So Yuli could be fighting me, and he would pick me to beat Yuli. That's how much he hates this guy. Am I right, Z?
Yeah, you're right.
So you'd pick me to beat Yuli?
I will.
That's right. Fuck yeah, baby. So, now, Dakota, I already got Zion and Z. We'll get you in a second because I already know your thought on this because you were vocal on my post. Dakota, you've been here for a while with BKFC. You've got wins all across the board against some really big names. And your name seems to be left out of a lot of conversations that it shouldn't be left out of. So, first, if they do book this fight, it's a two-part question. If they do book this fight, you understand that a growing promotion needs to do fights like this sometimes, I'm going to guess, because you've been around a long time. So you understand why they would book this fight?
Oh, for sure. It's going to be a great fight, no matter when it happens. I just don't think it's for the belt.
Well, I think it's for the belt. They want to introduce this belt. Now, if it is for the belt, even though you understand the business behind the business, because it has to happen, stuff like this has to happen because it puts more eyes, creates more money, and opportunities for everybody. I mean, Conor being on a card. Conor creates opportunities for everybody. I'm not saying these guys are Conor level, but for BKFC, this would be a huge fight. So you're in that division. Do you feel slighted if they make this fight for a title when, you should realistically be in the conversation? Even over Zion, because you've been here longer, you've got wins. Zion's got one at Toe the Line and one at BKFC, correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, and Dakota, how many wins do you have with BKFC now?
2.
So, and how many fights? You've had 3 there, right?
Yeah, I'm 3-0.
With BKFC, right? So, 2 in the division.
Yeah. No, I haven't even fought in 75. So, to answer your question, no, I don't feel slighted. It's just I haven't fought 75, and that's just because I've taken fights at bigger weights, and that I need to be at 75. 85 is just hey, fuck it, I'll do it. But obviously that's not my main competition weight. That's me walking around. I had to cut maybe half a pound from my last fight. Yeah. So that's my walk around weight. That's not my fight weight.
Right. So 175 is where you want to be.
Yeah.
So you see a guy like Zion here, who's coming in hot. He's 2-0 as a bare knuckle fighter, once at Toe the Line, and now 1 win at BKFC against a legit dude in Tyler Hill. Tyler Hill's not some guy coming in off the bar. Tyler Hill, was this close to getting into the UFC. He's a legit fighter, and the experience level that he brought, even though it wasn't bare knuckle experience, combat sport experience outweighs everything that Zion did. Zion went in there like it was a day at the sparring at the gym, like with his buddies, fight was over. So the kid's on the come up. So what about you two dancing?
Yeah, I honestly don't care who I fight.
Yeah, I told him the same thing. I don't care. I've been asking for whoever. I don't care.
I love it. Well, obviously you got to wait for your hand to heal or get your surgery, and then or you know what? Just let your hand fucking do it on its own. Be like Dakota, bro, and then just go. You both go fight Battle of the Broken Hands at BKFC 19.
I broke my. I fought for broken hand already, and then I rebroke it. So
no fun. All right, so for you, Z, you definitely, if this title fight happens, you're going to be pissed.
Yeah, they haven't even fought 75 yet. So why wouldn't they come out here and get a title fight?
Now you're young in this game, so I'll ask you the same question. Do you understand why the business of the sport itself may take precedent in this kind of a situation? Because it does help everybody, including you. You know, if you wait, let's say they fight, right? And Thiago Alves wins, former UFC stud, right? Now he's the champion. You go up there and you fight the former UFC stud. Don't you think that does more for your credibility?
Yeah, it does. But
and you take a belt off that man's waist?
Yeah, I'm taking the belt off whoever's waist. No matter.
Let's bring in another dude who wants to get in the mix here, Mr. Cameron Evans. Cameron, what's up, dog? Cameron, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, cool. What's up, baby? How you doing, man?
Man, I'm just chilling. I'm good. How y'all boys doing?
We all doing, man. So I'm going to let Z finish this question. So you understand the business side of it, right?
Yeah, I understand the business side.
Yeah,
okay.
I understand.
But you're still pissed, Z?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, why?
Because they haven't fought. It's different as for 85 title, but they're coming to 75. They never fought 75 yet, so they should just fight for 85 title. Only the 75 alone right now.
Yeah, but at the same note, if 75 is the division they want to push, you know, for guys like you who need to have opponents, you know, with credibility, you know, and you know, if we're being completely honest, you're 1-0, you know, so it's not like you're 5-0 or 10-0, and they're, you know, they're skipping over you. You know, you're 1-0 at BKFC, right?
Well, 2-0.
No, you're 1-0. You've only fought there one time. You fought a toe the line in a bare knuckle fight. So as far as the promotion goes, BKFC, you're 1-0. You're 2-0 as a bare knuckle fighter, and both fights were awesome. Yeah. You know, I love you to death. But you're 1-0. Kenmon, what's your record right now at BKFC? What's up?
I'm 2-0, but I'm 1-0 in the 175 division. I'm 1-0 in the 185 division.
All right. So, and Dakota hasn't fought there yet, but he's 3-0 at BKFC. And Marcel Stamps also wants to jump into this 175 mix. It seems like 175 is now going to become 175 is going to become the hot spot.
You guys think Stamps can make 75?
Say that again, Cody?
You guys think Stamps can make 75?
Yeah, Stamps wants to come into the mix at 75. He on my post I put up the other day, he immediately commented, goes, I got this next fight coming up, then I'm coming to 175 because I'm fucking people up. He wants everybody. He's like Z.
He's fighting Richmond in the first round of the tournament.
Yep, he's fighting. That's right.
I already said it. Everybody gotta. At the end of the day, everybody gotta come see me. At the end of the day, that's why I'm not calling nobody out. We all finna cross paths, and I'm gonna sit back and whatever name they come at, they're coming to me. So that's why I say that's why I say it's a contradictory move because they're not in the 175 division. You feel what I'm saying? My belief, I don't believe no one, not even myself, deserve a title shot. So it's like it's crazy, but it is what it is because it is what it is, man. It's just crazy though.
You know, and when you say that nobody actually deserves a title shot right now, I agree with that thought process 100% because y'all ain't done enough yet. I mean, nobody has.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're all 1-0 at 75. Just two guys that fight that yet. Yeah.
Like I'm real. If I would have fought Dakota my last fight and beat him, and then fought Zion the next, I would be being real. I'd be trying to blow or kill anybody at the next show just because my name is not at there and I just fought one of the top two guys right then and there and it's only like two more guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? That makes sense. So for none of us that's supposed to be the 4 or 5 stars in the division right now haven't fought anybody right now and we didn't fight each other yet it don't make sense to even be saying a title shot right now.
Yeah, because Julie, he fought 2 guys under 500. He's
Yeah.
he's on a hot seat.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well,
I understand.
3 seconds, dude. 3 seconds.
I understand that shit, dog. It's just crazy, dog.
Listen, and you know, and I understand the sentiment from guys like yourselves that are trying to come through, and you know, you hear news like this, and again, it's not confirmed yet, but again, first round management don't fuck around, like I said, and they start throwing hints out, and then you start hearing from other places. It's all coming together, and I get why you're frustrated. I get why you're frustrated. I would probably understand the frustration of Dakota more so than all of you guys, even though he hasn't fought at 175 yet, because he's been grinding so long as a combat sport athlete, you know, and he's seen all the bullshit and he's done with the bullshit, which is one of the reasons he came to bare knuckle, because he felt it was going to be less bullshit, knuckles off, just gloves, you know, no gloves, and let's just fight. So, no, not saying that you guys don't have legitimate frustration, but I feel the worst for Dakota because he's been here so long and he doesn't want to see any more bullshit. He's like you, Kenmon. Whoever's coming, just come and let's fucking fight and let's get it on, you know? He fights everybody. I mean, Dakota has never turned down a fight that I know of in bare knuckle or in MMA. Am I correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
That's awesome.
I mean, I fucking stepped into the Lieben. That's a huge dude. No, that was I mean, everybody basically compared to him is not going to be near as scary, or like I feel like he was a scary dude, and he's a beast. So it makes pretty much everybody else seem not as bad. You know, it's like if I go back to MMA, you know, getting punched with a glove is not going to be near as bad as getting punched without gloves.
That no glove shit I mean, for all of you, the first time you got hit in the face with a bare knuckle in a pro fight, and we'll start with Kenmon. The first time Kenmon, have you even been hit in the face?
No.
That's so I can't even ask you that question because I was like, wait a minute, Kenmon, that ain't been hit in the face. Zion, you've been hit in the face.
I got hit once.
Yeah. What was your thought when you first got clocked with a bare knuckle?
I didn't really feel anything. Adrenaline went through. Just
all adrenaline?
Yeah.
What about you, Dakota?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of adrenaline, but then you get in like the 5th round, then it's not very much fun, that's for sure.
Is Chris Lieben one of the guys that's hit you harder than anybody else on the planet?
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
He's scary even in the back, like in the locker room before the fight. He's just pacing around back and forth. Nobody wants to go near him. None of the media guys want to go talk to him. Everybody's walking. Even other fighters go like, you know what, Lieben's over here. I'm going over here. You know, they just don't want to mess with him. And the fucked up thing is he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I respect that he's there for business and there to fight, and he's not there to make friends. So I get it. I'm more of a kind of chill time, and then as soon as the fight goes, then I turn it on.
Yeah, no, you're a pretty chill cat, dude. You know, Zion here sometimes, like I think he's sleeping. Like he's so chill. He's just so, and that's not a bad thing. And then Kenmon here, Kenmon got swag and style. You know, he's rolling up, man. He's starting to feel the he's starting to feel the benefits of being an undefeated bare knuckle fighter. You know, people are starting to talk about him. But he's also chill, you know. He's a huge Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. He loves his Buccaneers. And if you ain't riding on the Buccaneer train last year, don't get on it this year because there ain't no room for you fucking fair weather motherfuckers.
I'm a Panther fan.
You're a Carolina Panther fan?
Yes, sir.
Well, he lives in Virginia, dude. So that's natural.
Hold on. He a what?
Carolina Panther fan. Well, you guys just signed my quarterback, fucking Sam Darnold, fucking so.
Hey, we own y'all, man. So we ain't even talking.
Dakota, what about you? What's your football? Do you even watch football?
Yeah. I'm a Chiefs fan, and then actually at the beginning of the year, I'm kind of the underdog fan, fan too. Like when Peyton Manning had her surgery and got fired, I started cheering for him when he went to the Broncos. So like this year, I actually started cheering for Brady. I've never cheered for him before until he got fired and went to the Tampa Bay. So this year, I was kind of a win-win situation. I was cheering for the Bucks and the Chiefs, and they ended up meeting. Right. But my son is a big Chiefs fan, so he wasn't he wasn't real happy.
Oh man. Well, it's funny because I'm a Jets fan. I have been my whole life, so I've never once rooted. There was one time I was rooting for Tom Brady, and don't be shaking your head, Ken Mon. I rooted for Tom Brady once prior to this Super Bowl, and that was when he was about to beat the Giants and go completely undefeated, 19-0. Because I wanted to see the history. I don't give a fuck who's wearing the uniform. If you're going 19-0, I'm on your side because I think that's awesome. And those are accomplishments that we don't get to see. Now, when he came to Tampa, I told my friends at the beginning of the year, I said, watch this motherfucker come down here, sling some balls, and win a Super Bowl. None of my friends believed me that they could, especially because the Super Bowl was in Tampa and no home team has ever played in their home stadium. Bucks were the first to do it, and I said it's going to happen. And I work at a nightclub a mile from the stadium. So, my God, dude, Tampa was nuts, dude. And I was so happy to see Brady prove to everybody that he is who he says he is. He doesn't need Belichick. So,
and I was cheering for they got some Huskers on there. Dominican Sue, Levante David. I think there's another one.
Everybody's back. They re-signed the whole team.
Yeah,
so,
everybody.
Let me see your son. Let me see your son over there again.
Ace. I got Ace and Apple.
So this guy down here with the StreamYard next to his name, he's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan. What do you think of that?
I don't know.
He's a big Chiefs fan.
Next year, Patrick Mahomes is going to win that February, right?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I'm not saying no. Me and Zion ain't got nothing to say because our teams aren't even going to be in the conversation.
They done lost some of their wide receivers and people. They losing over there.
Yeah, they lost some people. My team, I don't even know what to say about my team. I don't even know if I should call them a team ever again, man. I mean, what a mess the Jets have been my whole freaking life, man. Yeah. What a nightmare.
Hey, I commend you being a fan though, because that's got to be hard.
Dude, it's almost as hard as being married.
It's hard being a Husker fan this last couple of years, so I get it.
I got broken ribs. My wife beat me up all the time. PJ Smith commented. He said, "Ace is a stud wrestler. Look out, MMA guys. He's coming."
Yeah, he is. He got third this year at state in Iowa. So
how old is he?
He's 10. He's only been wrestling like 3 years. So he's
wow.
Yeah, kids he's wrestling have a lot more experience. So it's pretty cool to see such a little athlete.
Does he want to fight? Like be a fighter? Is that like a goal for him?
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of showing more interest in boxing and learning that side of it. So, he might be, but obviously I'm not going to push it. But my youngest, Axel, he seems to be he just likes to punch. He don't really care about the wrestling too much. He likes to swing and hit.
I love it. So, Kemma, I don't remember.
Yo.
Do you have children?
I have two. I have 11-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Boys, girls, what's the story there?
Both boys.
Both boys. What about your boys? They like what Daddy does? They like to fight? They want to learn the trade?
I think both of them pretty much athletes. Both of them do soccer. Both of them do basketball and football. So both of them do pretty much. But my oldest one was doing boxing, but I'm glad he's leaning towards like basketball and football.
Yeah, boxing is a rough sport to get into, man. So, and Z, what's up? You got one, right? Or do you have two?
I got 1 and 1.
You 1 and 1, boy and a girl.
Yes,
How old are they again? They're little.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. That's right, man. That's right, man. So, are you gonna let them learn how to do all this fighting stuff, or are you gonna try to keep them far, far away from this crazy world?
They already know how.
Huh?
They already know how. they know the 1s and 2s.
They already know they're 1s and 2s at 1 and 2 years old. All right, man. They're set up for life. I love it, man. All right, so going back to bare knuckle now that we went a little family and football. Would you guys all agree rather than doing a title fight now. The tournament is the way to go. I mean, and come on, that's a brilliant idea because all you guys got to fight each other anyway at some point, right?
They're doing a tournament. We just don't know the seeding and stuff, like the order.
For the 175?
Yeah, because Stamps and Richmond's the first round.
So Stamps and Richmond, and then are you guys all in the 175? Dakota, have they contacted you? Are you in this 175 tourney?
Yeah, that's what I've been told.
That's what I've been told. Yeah. Dakota's like, just tell me where to show up and fucking fight. What about you, Kemon? Are you in this tourney now as well?
Huh?
Are you in this 175 tournament as well?
125.
175.
What about it?
There's a tournament that they're doing the seedings. Are you in it?
Heard that I was supposed to be in it. I mean, who knows? I don't really know, but I think I am, but I don't know. We'll see.
So, all right. So let's have a little fun with this. Zion, you've seen both of these guys fight.
Yes, sir.
All right. So let's say first round matchup, Dakota and Kenmon get booked up. How's that fight going to break down?
I don't know.
I'm putting you on the spot, Junior. I'm going to do the same thing to them too, bro.
I don't know. Dakota comes. Dakota's kind of on the short side, and Kemon's kind of tall. It depends on how to fight, like where they fight at. Dakota comes to the side, he'll probably walk the dog. If Kemon's to the outside, he'll walk the dog.
So who wins? Dude, listen.
I'll get to Kemon.
Yeah. And they're not going to get mad at you, dude. You know, it's just a fight, you know. And hey,
it's a toss up.
And if they don't like what you pick, maybe they'll have to fight you and they'll remember, oh, you picked him against me. So, but who do you pick? Did you pick Kemon or Dakota?
I'll go to Kemon. I'll go to Kemon.
All right, so Kemon gets this one from Dakota. Dakota, if Zion and Kemon fight, who you taking?
To be honest, I haven't seen either of them fight, so I couldn't tell you. Yeah, I honestly.
They both got knockout wins. They're both, you know, they almost fight the same style. I think Kemon's just a little bit taller than you and a little bit longer.
But
if I'm correct,
I'm going to go against Zion just because he went against me.
I knew it was coming.
All right, Kemon. So Dakota and Zion fight. You've seen them both fight? Oh, we lost him. Maybe his phone died or something. We'll get it. He didn't want to answer the question. He hit the escape
He didn't know the question.
He's like, eject. Yeah, and Z, you know, every time I have you on the show, I always ask you a question to kind of put you on the spot about something. I do. It's like our trademark now. But the good thing is that this is good stuff for you to learn about. But, you know, other fighters aren't really going to get mad at you for making an honest prediction pick. You know, if you went about it in a dickish way, then they both might get mad at you. But you're going off what you see and what they bring. So, all right. So, Kemon, Dakota and Zion fight. Who you taking? Who's winning that fight?
I've seen Zion a little bit his last fight, and I've seen Dakota a little bit of his, like 1 or 2 rounds. To be honest, it'll come down to, I guess, who won it more, because both of them are pressure fighters. So, like, I don't know. It's a toss up. It's whoever trained better, whoever came in who's the dog. So I say it's an even. I would say an even.
Well, you got to pick somebody to win. I made them pick a winner. You got to pick one too, bro. You can't punk out.
You're off.
I'll go with Dakota. The reason why I probably go with Dakota, the edge, is because Zion's still young, so I think Dakota will edge him by knowing being veteran, and knowing what he can do in the later round and adjust more than Zion you.
Yeah, only got 2 pro fights.
Yeah, no, I get that, and that's a great evaluation. I mean,
Yeah, so I say Dakota by being the vet or whatever.
that evaluation backfired on me when the Tyler Hill fight came up because I was honestly, Zion, I was worried about you in this fight. Not because you can't.
I told you. I told you what I was going to do. I told you what I was going to do.
And listen, just so you know, it's not because I don't think you can fight because I've watched you up close. I know you can. But the veteran presence, sometimes really, benefits the veteran when he's fighting a young guy like yourself. And I thought his veteran savvy was going to be a factor in the fight. But you proved that it didn't matter to you. You didn't care that he was a veteran of so much. So even if you fight a guy like Dakota, I don't think that's going to bother you that much.
Yeah, we've probably been training the same amount of time, though.
Yeah, but I will tell you, if you fight Dakota, Dakota's going to be a much different kind of fight than Tyler Hill because Dakota is not going to back down. Dakota don't step back. He's like it's like Kenman said. He's a pressure fighter, so he's coming to you the way you're coming to him. And I'll be honest, out of the three of you guys here, that matchup, you and Dakota, intrigues me the most because of the pressure style fights that you both bring, and you're both not willing to take a step backwards. And that just leads to fireworks and fun fights, man. So that's the most intriguing matchup to me in the whole division. Kenman and you have a similar style, but Kenman's longer. He's got a different boxing acumen than you do, and his boxing skill is really, I think just a little bit above yours. And again, that's no slight to you. He's been training longer.
Yeah, I don't like boxing. I like fighting.
I know, but the boxing comes into it. The boxing skill, and listen, I watched you in your last fight. You fought, but you showed an improvement in your boxing skill. The way you used your footwork and everything, and it was all good, man. You looked phenomenal. So, what about Marcel Stamps? Who in here beats up Marcel Stamps?
I would like to fight him.
That'd be a fun fight.
Yeah, he's said a lot of stuff. He's talked a lot of shit. I don't know about a lot of shit, but like he said, he told me he could whoop my ass, and so I like to show. I like to be the underdog, so people think he can beat my ass. I love to prove people wrong. So let's go.
Yeah, he when I put up my post about this fight happening, everybody was commenting, and I knew Zaya was going to be the first one to comment, and his first comment was, "Yuli's a bum, Alves is 1-0, and neither fought at 75."
Yeah, he had a good decision too at 75, so that's what it is.
Yeah, that was a close fight, him and Julian. But where is Marcel's comment? I wonder if he kept it on here. Yeah, he said it's a money move. There's no way they will pack the stadium in Miami without that fight, Alves and Diaz. And he's right. I mean, that's the biggest fight they can make for a Miami show. No one likes it, but obviously the promotion sees a bigger picture. Kenman and I don't always see eye to eye, but I agree Lorenzo's straight padded and wouldn't stand a chance. Only guy he fought worth fighting knocked him out cold. He looks good on these bums when he actually makes weight. He said he saw some nice combos here. It's a good move, and he goes, I'm going to try this 170 thing. Only reason it interested me. I'm a true 185, but I fought heavyweight, and I just love to fight. I love challenges, so I'll speak more on my thoughts after my first fight at 175.
Yeah, on the BKFC podcast, he said he ain't worried about none of us down here. So
he said what?
He's not worried about none of us down here. He done fought Beltron, and he ain't worried about none of us down here.
Well, Zion, are you worried about any of the guys in the division?
I ain't worried about nobody.
Well, then so why you shit on him for not being worried about nobody, bro? And I don't think anybody's worried about anybody. I mean,
besides Julie, he's worried about guys that won't fall down.
Julian?
Yuli.
Oh, yeah. I fucking love it, dude. So there's a tournament being booked. You guys are all possibly in it. Have they given any of you a date of when? Well, you said Marcel and Homeboy are the first fight, but have they given you guys any dates of what to look forward to? When to step in? I know you probably have a long wait, Steve, because you got to get that hand surgery. So you're probably.
Yeah, I might miss the tournament actually because it depends on when the dates are.
Oh man, that would suck.
But I'll be there. I'll be there for the winter.
You'll be there for the winter. Well, what about you, Dakota? I mean, have they given you a date or a time frame to look forward to?
Yeah, I was told June.
June. What about you, Kemon?
I heard June. I heard July. Something. I truly don't really care. I just need a date locked in, and my opponent. That's all I care about.
Well, June for both of you. You guys could be fighting each other in the first tournament fight for both of you. That'd be an interesting fight, man. Like I said, because wow, dude, I'm all over this shit, dude. I want to see all these fights happen.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
even
be
care
back. I'll
about
be
the
back
belts.
between August and October. I'll be back.
Yeah, I want to see all you guys fight each other, and then I'll go out and party after and get wasted.
As long as we have a fight, like I don't care. I just want to stay active. That's one thing. I just want to keep fighting and stay active, and then if I have more ring time, I always do better or have a date to shoot for and train for. It makes it easy, but having that goal ahead, that's what motivates me. I don't care the opponent could be a blank face. I don't care, but I like to having a date that way I can have motivation to train and go kick ass because I mean we all got full-time jobs. Or I would assume not everyone's lucky enough to have just fighting. Derek Minner, he's a lucky son of a bitch now. He's
Derek Minner, your teammate.
just focusing on fighting, which that's awesome for him, and you're gonna see his level just go completely up because of that. So
every time, dude. Every time I've seen him since I started chatting with him, he's getting better every time. And him and James Krause, that whole team. James Krause is going to go down as one of the best MMA coaches in history when all's said and done. I love that dude. I've told you 100 times. He's innovating stuff, dude. He's changing the game. That's why I like that Iridium is doing, those symposiums with him. It's so awesome.
Yeah, for sure. He's a beast. He's a great MMA mind, and he's a great motivator. Just a great dude all around.
Yeah, he's a great financial advisor too. I'm gonna start picking his brain on how to do my money right because he got that shit down.
Yeah, he
so.
Does.
All right, well, Dakota, before I let you go, man, I just want to say thank you for jumping in. I know it's short notice. I appreciate it. And Ace, go out there and win some gold medals, bro. We're in your corner, man. I'll be rooting for you for the rest of your life, dude. Because if your dad's cool with you wrestling, I got your back, bro. I'm supported. We're all on Team Ace.
Appreciate that.
All right, man. Be well, brother. We'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye. All right, Dakota's out of there. It's StreamYard because he didn't put his name in there because he's in the car. Kenmon, so your final thoughts on this give me your final thoughts on this whole 175 division and, where's it going to be next year as far as who's going to be the champ next year, 1 year from today?
Well, to be honest, like I said, I mean, I really don't believe nobody deserves a title shot yet until everybody has fought. Everybody that's in the division. I mean, I understand the business move of it or whatever, but just make it make sense at the same time. And to be honest, like I said, everybody just need to fight everybody, man. Just being real. Everybody need to fight everybody.
No, I agree.
And then it's just crazy that me or Lorenzo or Marcel, or even Zion, or all of us that's saying we the best and looking like we the best haven't fought yet. It's crazy to me.
I agree.
It's crazy to me. But other fighters that's like, I'll just use Lorenzo. I ain't got no beef with him or whatever. But the man has fought 3 times and fought a nobody. I don't give a damn how many fights have anybody have or whatever, but I'm talking about like right now. Like it's patting them. And it's great. But out of 6 fights, 7 fights, you only fought one person. That was the one person that knocked you out. Not like diss him or nothing or whatever, but I'm just speaking facts. And I'm a man.
Yeah, he's 4-1, but he can't make 75.
I feel you,
I
Ken.
know he can't. He can't. He had a hard time making 195 when I first met him at the Ocean Center when he fought in my hometown, and he was naked up there on the scale. So not like dissing him, but I don't see him making no 85 unless he got a 3-month camp. which can be possible, he can make. But
Yeah.
not to, like, you feel me, like, have no bad blood or whatever, or just, like, it's just the fact that I'm just saying, just speaking real, like, 6, 7 fights, and y'all patting him up, and he still haven't fought nobody. If y'all feel that he's that good, have him fight in 85. Give him one of us. I would have took him April 3rd just to be back at them.
Yep.
But they know who to give him, and then they know who to give him. And I don't want to say on that, like, just speaking on him, because it's really not him. But they know who to give him. But again, like I said, no hard feelings to these boys, but I will be the king at 175, and I am taking 85 as well.
There you go. He's going for champ status already. I like it. Well, listen, Kemon, always good to talk to you, man. I'm glad you're doing well. Congratulations on your Super Bowl team winning.
Yes.
I live here, so I experienced it all, and I was happy they won. Like I said, for multiple reasons. But, you keep doing. Are we going back to back this year?
Go for me.
Oh, look at that little one right there with that blonde hair. What's
He's
up with that? Mean?
He's mean, Junior.
Junior's mean, huh?
Yeah.
He looks like a little bruiser.
Yeah, he's fat.
He's fat. All right, well, listen, Kemon, you have a wonderful night, man. Thank you for taking the time on short notice, man. I really appreciate it. I'm glad we got to talk about this a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And if you two, and if the news dropped, we'll get you back on here, and then you guys can get pissed about it. All right, Kemon, we'll see you soon, man. Hey, tell Coach Pete I said hello and I love him.
All
right, peace. Z, the man who made the first comment on the post, I'm going to give you the last comment on the show because you were the most ready to jump on it. And I really want to go back to, because, again, you are young in your career. I just want to make sure I know why you feel, because you've already fought there, once at BKFC itself. If they're going to do a title fight, why not? Why not you? You know what I mean? But and I asked you this already. I just want to make sure we're clear. You understand the business aspect of why a fight like this would be necessary. It's like there are fights that are going to happen. Look at the UFC, man. Sometimes they put fights together. You're like, what the hell did they do that for? But they did it, right?
Yeah, I understand. I understand the money, but the 75 title should be left alone right now. They should go to 85 and fight for it, or 95. They leave 75 alone. They ain't fought there yet.
Yeah, I know, but they're going to fight there. I mean, technically, you've only fought there once. So if they go there and fight once, and get for a title fight, and they want to know, then they're the same record as you in the promotion. I know you're 2-0 as a bare knuckle fighter, but I got you. And I understand why you'd be upset, man. You want to be a champ. I know you do.
Technically, they're only the ones ranked above you, so that's what I want next.
Yeah, well, I know. And listen, because you're young, everything you want, you keep working the way you are and staying focused and committed. I don't see you not being a champ there one day, so. But when you're a young man, dude, you got time,
Yeah, if I stop breaking my hand, that'll be good.
Yeah. And, like you said, you're probably going to be on the shelf till August, something like that.
Yeah, August, September, I should be back.
Yeah, man. Well, that's awesome. Give you time to heal and think and work, and, then when you come back, you're going to be even more motivated. So,
yeah, I told him 75 through 205, I'm there.
He's all of them, man. I want all the gold, all the belts. So that'd be 75, 85, 95, 205. So that's 4.
Yeah, and I fought all the weights too, so I can make it.
All right. Well, this is what you got to do. As soon as you win a belt in whatever division, let's say it's 175, you get your first belt. As soon as you get that belt, go, I want the 185 belt. And if you win that one too, then go to the 195 and then go to 205. Win them all right.
Well, I'll defend it first because I ain't gonna up and leave. I defend my belts. That's a true champion does. Defend his title.
Well, you win them all in the course of a year, right? So, and then the next year you defend them all in the course of a year. You would be the greatest combat sports athlete ever. 4-weight champ, and you defended all 4 belts over the course of a 2-year period. People would have to bow at your feet, son. Bow at your feet.
Yeah, before 425.
That'd be fucking awesome. Well, listen, dude. Like I said, every time I talk to you, dude, it's more fun and more fun, man. You're so like loose now. You're coming into a spot where you're just comfortable getting in front and talking to people and just having a good time. I'm always going to try to think of a question to throw you off a little bit, like I did when I asked you to pick a fight, because it's fun. It brings out the real you. Like, oh man, I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I like everybody besides Julie.
I know, dude. So that's why I said if I'm fighting Yuli, I'm getting the fucking favorite from you, dude. I appreciate you putting the good money on me, by the way. I'm gonna get my ass kicked, but whatever. Thanks for believing in me.
You'll have good money odds.
Well, listen, man. You enjoy the rest of your night. Tell your pops I said hello. And you just, I hope your surgery goes really well for you, man. I'll be thinking about you, man. And hope you heal up right so you can get right back to the fight game. Hopefully there's no complications and shit. You never know what's wrong until they actually go in. I'm not saying that to scare you. And any surgery I've ever had, you never know. I've had, different surgery for different things. They go in looking for one thing and sometimes they find something else. So you just got to be mentally prepared. Maybe that's why I'm telling you. So, and it's hand surgery, dude. So nothing to be scared of, nothing to be worried about. It's probably going to be just simple and easy for them. But, I always plan for the worst and pray for the best. That's what I was told to do in life, and it works. So, hopefully they won't be like your nose picking finger that's fucked up, because that was. Well, listen, my friend, young man, love what you're doing, man. Did we talk after you had the Tyler Hill fight?
I didn't. We didn't. We were supposed to, but whole stuff came up.
Oh yeah, that's right. Because you had to go see the doctor and everything. So before we let you go, 5 minutes on that. So you went in there, and like I said, man, I was worried about you in that fight, not because you can't fight, but because he's such an experienced veteran. And that does come into play a lot of times when a vet fights a younger guy. So it's not a slight on you. But you went out there, like I said, you walked out there like you were the veteran. And you didn't take a step back. You walked out there, you implemented your game plan, you did exactly what you were going to do. Now that it's over and it's a few weeks past and everything, did it really go exactly how you pictured it ahead? Was there anything different? Did it go faster than you really thought? I mean, were you shocked that it went that easy? I mean, what's going on with that fight?
Well, the weight cut kind of sucked. I dropped 55 pounds for that fight. But I went out there and I did exactly what I wanted to. I told everybody I was going to do to him. I tried to beat Yuli's record. That's how I broke my hand. Tried to break his record. I went for it, and he ducked his head, and I hit the top of his head. Other than that, I went exactly how I playing. Besides the ref, the ref, he was kind of booty. Because I dropped Hill 3 times, but he only called that one knockdown. That was the end of the fight. But we was in that clinch. I was punching. He broke us up and stuff. But it is what it is. It's the past.
He called the knockdown, and he called the only one that mattered.
Yeah, Haley gave him a 15 count though. I was pretty upset.
Man, for somebody so young and still new, man, you be bitching a lot. I'm just fucking with you, man. I just like saying stuff like this because you just laugh when I'm being goofy. So I like seeing you laugh, dude. It's just you're a happy young man and you're living a dream right now. So it's only the beginning of the dream, man. Wait till it gets good, But did it? Everybody said what they're going to do. You said before, I'm going to go out there and finish them real quick. But after the fight, did you really sit back and say to yourself, or did you have a moment where you said, "Oh man, I can't believe I said it was really going to go like that," and it really went just like I pictured it? I mean, did you have that moment?
Yeah, me and my dad we worked the game plan for since I had to fight, and I was pretty shocked because we had the same reach. I didn't know my reach until the day of the fight, or the day of weigh-ins. So I was pretty excited that we had the same reach, so I could fight. If the game plan didn't work, I could have fallen back on my skills and
Yeah, he's like I said, he's a tough guy. I was surprised to see him fold as quickly as he did, because I've seen him in some wars in MMA and stuff. And granted, it's not getting punched with a bare knuckle, but I've seen him fight, and take some some punishment from people. And but like I've always said, and I've said it 1,000 times, and everybody. You don't know bare knuckle until you bare knuckle, and you don't know how it's going to come out until you do it. And he just really seemed like he didn't want to be in there anymore with you, and you made sure that was the way he felt. So that was on you. You stopped him. So congratulations on that, dude. That was fucking awesome.
Appreciate it.
It sucks that you broke your hand because
I broke it. I broke on the first punch. That's how it messed me up.
So let me ask you a question. Would you be more jacked up knocking a guy out, or more jacked up about your performance making a man quit on the stool?
I'm knocking him out because I quit on the stool once 'cause I couldn't walk. But it's just, but stuff happens on the stool. Like you could get a cut or something and you can't fight. But like if you go out there and put a man to sleep, you put him to sleep.
Yeah, but how many times do you see a guy quit on the stool versus how many times do you see a guy get put to sleep? You see more put to sleep. So to me, if it's me, if you and I are fighting and I knocked you out, that's cool. But if I make you quit on the stool because you don't want to stand back up again and fight me for another round, that makes me feel even better because that just means I took a piece of your spirit. I took your soul.
Well, I'll see your soul leaving if you're sleeping.
Huh?
I'll see your soul leaving if you're sleeping.
Well,
yeah,
but I'll get my soul back. But when I make you quit because you don't want to face me anymore, because you're done, because I've taken it all from you, and I didn't knock you out, I made you say,
"I quit."
Yeah, that to me, that's more ego inflating for me. I don't know. Me and Reggie Barnett were talking about it because he made Chop quit on the stool, and I told him, I said, dude. He goes, I wanted to finish him and knock him out. I said, dude, you did better than that. You made him quit. He fucking had to bow down to you and say, I quit. I can't.
I told everybody I ain't gonna try to knock you out in the first round. I wanna embarrass him. I wanna expose him.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you this. Don't fight again. Don't ever fight a game plan like that where you want to embarrass somebody, especially in bare knuckle, because as much as you don't respect him, he's got big power, dude. And it only takes one punch in the right spot, and you know that.
I got the game plan to expose him. We've been working. I know how to beat him.
Listen, I'm just saying, dude. Go out there. Listen, you're not getting paid by the hour.
I don't like going the first round. I don't like going the first round. I hate the second round.
I mean, me personally, I'd rather have a 3-second paycheck like he got. You know what I mean? I mean, come on, let's be real. You tried to just do it against Tyler Hill. You wanted 3-second.
Yeah, I tried to do it. I tried to do it. This so Yuli had to fight me next, but he has to fight me soon anyway, so it's all good.
My boy Shava Bonus is going to be coming to bare knuckle soon. Much smaller weight class than you, but he's a former boxer, MMA fighter, and we were just talking about quitting on the stool, making a man quit and say to you, basically, I quit, dude. You're a better man than me. He said that would be tough to live with for him, and
I've done it once. I won't do it again. I got my first Muay Thai fight. I got kicked to death. I couldn't walk, so I couldn't fight.
But did that fuck with you for a little while? Going, man, I can't believe I quit on that.
Yeah. I was in the gym every day, 3 times a day.
So that guy got a little piece of your spirit, but luckily only got a little piece, and because you're young, your shit will fucking what's the word I'm looking for? Replenish. I can't even. It's like
rejuvenate.
Rejuvenate. That's it. Yeah. You get that little piece of your soul back because you're so freaking young. But when you're getting up there in age and shit, like fucking, it's damn. And here's a guy like Chop, who world class boxer, in his day, called for this fight. He called out, Reggie, and then Reggie made him quit.
Yeah, I think VA is gonna have at least 2 titles this year, so. That's what we're gonna do. I think VA's gonna have at least 2 titles this year. Me and Reggie.
Virginia's gonna have 2 titles. You and Reggie.
Yeah, at least 2 because Brenton's in there too.
Yeah, Brenton could be there too. Although she could end up, moving from Virginia.
Well, she did move, but technically her home's still here in Virginia, like her kids.
I know. I'm glad to see her and the champ happy. They all smile and having a good time, man, and enjoying life. I love that, dude. Listen, there's nothing in the world I'm more. You can ask people that really know me really well, my wife and others. My favorite thing about life is people having love in their life, experiencing true love with another human being that's not their child, and I love seeing that. I love love, like I should be like doing, instead of doing fighting and stuff like the stuff I do, I should be like a wedding coordinator because that's how much I love love. Oh, let's get the flowers over here and get that shitty looking fish out of here. These are get married people over here. Come on. I'd be on people's ass like the wedding coordinator, fucking from hell. Because it's important, that love drives it all, man. It really does. And so I like seeing that. So, so see those two, they're so fucking cute. I'm just a goofball. But anyway, listen, man. Always good to talk to you. Congratulations on that win. Again, I hope the surgery goes well, man. And don't be so impatient. You've got out of all these guys that in your division and fighting, you're the young one.
Yeah, I'm the youngest on the roster, so that's kind of a good thing.
That's what I'm saying. So their time frame in this is different than yours. You've got nothing but time. I'm not telling you.
I'm only getting better too.
Yeah, and I'm not telling you take your foot off the gas. I'm just telling you, if a booking gets made that you don't agree with, you think you should have gotten that booking because for whatever reason, don't get frustrated. Because
in the day, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here waiting on them.
Yeah, and they're all again. Cameron said, he said they're all gonna have to come through him. A lot of them are gonna have to come through you. You guys are gonna have to go through each other. So the fights are all gonna be there, and then the gold will come when it's supposed to come. But yeah, man, you're young and you're learning, dude. So enjoy the ride. Don't try to rush it. Enjoy all of it. Sometimes you try to go too fast, dude. It fucks up. So we don't want you to fuck it up, dude, because you got a lot of talent, a lot of potential, and you could be doing this a long time and holding gold in multiple divisions for a long time if you keep improving the way you improve in every fight. So,
Yeah, hopefully after this surgery, I'll have my exact time. I'll come back and have some fight news.
There's an old saying. There's a movie I saw in the 80s or 90s called Colors with Sean Penn and Robert Duvall. They're both cops in L.A. And Sean Penn's the young cop. Robert Duvall's the old cop, his mentor. And, Sean Penn wants to do everything quick now, fast, boom. And Duvall, he's been doing this a long time. He understands how to do it the right way, So they were talking about something, and, Duvall goes, let me tell you this story. There's a bull and his son up on the top of a mountain. And down, as they look over the mountain, there's a bunch of cows. So the young bull looks at the father bull, hey, Dad, let's run down there and fuck one of those cows. And his dad looks at him and goes, no, son, let's walk down there and fuck them all. Do you understand what that means?
Yeah, and enjoy it, whatever.
Yeah, and dude, get it all. Don't go down there and get the one, bang. Go out there and get them all, dude. So, but it's patience. It's understanding it, So, and like I said, that's the hardest thing for a young athlete that's successful to do is be patient. So be patient, dude. The broken hand sucks, but it's almost a blessing in disguise because it'll allow you to really focus and get that back. So when you come back, dude, people better.
Yes, somebody's in trouble.
Because you're gonna be festering, ready to go, but you're gonna grow over these next 6-8 months mentally and spiritually. I mean, because you're young, so you're gonna grow and evolve at a different level than a lot of the other guys. So Zion is a beast. He should train. Lorenzo said you're a beast. You should train with him.
I need to come there for a little while. Down in Florida.
What's up, Lorenzo? He said, "Hey, bro." He goes, "Don't pay." He said, "Don't pay any attention to the stupid shit going on. It feels like a publicity stunt." I guess he's talking about the Alvarez.
Yuli.
Alvarez and Diaz. So and it might be, but like I said,
I called Yuli out on the show with Lorenzo.
Yep. And I like I said, I think I think the fight happens. And again, don't be mad about it too, because like I said, if it works out, and like I said, for you in that scenario, if they make that fight, well, I know you want Uli, because you think of the bum, but if Alves beats him, and then you have a fight, before you get another fight. So let's say in your third fight or fourth fight, Alves is the champion, you get booked to fight him. Like I said, you beat that guy. You level up so much, dude.
I'm chasing for gold and glory. I ain't. Yuli's he's just in the way because he's a bum.
Yeah, I know, but if again, if the title picture starts rolling around, and like I said, if this fight happens, let's say Alves wins. Obviously, you're if they say, well, you want Uli or you want Alves, you're going to go for the title shot. Of course, you're not going to go fight Uli. You might fight him later. Who knows? But then again, you might not. You guys might not ever cross paths. Who knows? All I'm saying to you is, either scenario works out for you, because if Alves wins and you go out there and beat a former UFC title contender, you're going up here. If Diaz wins and you fight Diaz, the guy with the fastest knockout in combat sports history, you beat him. That's good for you because you shot him down, and because you don't like him. So it's a double win for you. I mean,
we was arguing on a live last thing. We was arguing.
There's so much going on for you, dude. Enjoy it all, my brother. Enjoy it all. Lorenzo said, the same thing you guys said. Well, he's never fought at 175. It's fake news, even if it's real. It's fake news, even if it's real. Dude, that is the quote of the century right there. It's fake news, even if it's real. That's why I love you, Zoe. I love it. Well, listen, Z, man, you go have yourself a good night, man. Like I said, surgery, handle it. Don't rush to come back either. Let it heal right. You're that young guy. Be like, well, I can only punch with this hand for a little while. Oh, let me try this one. Oh, I should have done that.
Yeah, I'll be in the gym soon. We'll work on my left hand.
Why not, right? Get that hand up to speed.
Yeah, have two dominant hands.
That's deadly, dude. Especially in bare knuckle, dude. I mean, that's it. That's a wrap. Watch out. 175 has just been closed down by Zion Thomason Sr. Don't even bother, guys. He owns it.
Yeah, go back to 85 or 65.
Well, listen, young man. Like I said, man, all the blessings to you, man. Again, I hope the surgery goes well. Again, tell your dad I said hi, and we will talk to you soon, man. And, that's it, bro. You got any shout-outs you want to do? Sponsors, family, coaches, mom, dad, uncle, aunt, Lorenzo.
Shout out to everybody showing me love and support throughout the journey. And my sponsors, Ink Addict Tattoo Studio, Ryan Cole, T Scales with Graphic Nation and Savage Combat Sports, and everybody at BKFC. I will be the future 175 champ, and Yuli is a bum.
Virginia, stand up for your boy, Zion Tomlinson Sr. We'll see you soon, young man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Boys and girls, that was the Z-Man. I love it, man. What a fun show tonight, man. We put together our last few guests, like last minute. William Knight was supposed to be here tonight, but he couldn't. He's cutting weight. And, we don't ever want to interfere with the fighter's process. So, excuse me. But that's it, man. We'll be back. We got UFC on Saturday. We got WrestleMania on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be talking about all that stuff Sunday night, WrestleMania and UFC. We'll be talking about UFC Saturday night, though. Mike Perry's fighting. Great fight card. Probably an under. What's the word? Not under. I think there's a lot of people sleeping on this card. There's a lot of fights on there that people aren't realizing that are on there, I think. And you guys go check out the card, man. It's going to be awesome. Victoria and Holland are going to be a good fight. And even though Holland lost just recently, I'm still taking Holland to beat Vittori. I think he is. I don't think he's going to come in there and talk as much shit. I think he's going to go out there and just fight. And he's just going to focus on fighting, and we're going to see. But who knows? That's why they fight. So, boys and girls, thanks so much for tuning in and letting me be a part of your life today. For you guys being a part of mine, even for just a little while, it means the world to me. And it hits me right here in the feelings. But that's it. We out, boys and girls. So until next time, I am Christopher James. Y'all been K-Side. Good night, everybody.
What happens if you lose, Nick?
Who the hell's Aquaman?
I get Fruity Pebbles, Cocoa Pebbles, I get sausage biscuits. Maybe you guys will see a little footage of that later on because we got some good stuff.
Go with the deuces. There you go, baby.